Hello and welcome back to another video. I don't like getting too political on my channel. You know, that's not what my YouTube is about at all. There's plenty of people doing that with all kinds of opinions on YouTube, which is good, and if you like that kind of thing, that's fine. But I thought, you know, this kind of made me stop and think a little bit, and I thought, you know, I would do a video about this. Here in the UK, you know, Brexit has been a controversial topic since the referendum in 2016. I have to say, I'm quite open, and I voted to stay for the UK to stay in Europe. You know, that was I looked a balanced view at everything, and I didn't believe some of these wild accusations that were being bandied about by the Leave campaign, and I thought they were too good to be true, and that was my own, you know, surmising, and I decided to vote Remain. But we live in a democracy, and I accept that 17 odd other million people decided that they wanted to leave Europe, and I haven't got a problem with that. You know, in a democracy you must get behind any decision and back it thereafter, which, you know, there again, that's my feelings and thoughts on that. Unfortunately, I don't think it's been particularly good for the UK at the moment. Maybe in time it will come, you know, things will get better, but my experience and what really opened my eyes, and the first time, you know, that, if you like, Brexit kind of came home, happened this week. I happened to purchase something which is quite expensive, and I will be doing a review on this later on the channel. I'm not going to say what is in this box, but I bought this item from a very nice, friendly company in Germany. And of course, I didn't realise now buying anything from a country that used to be in the EU from the UK we are now a non-EU country, and so anything you buy from France, Germany, Holland, or any of those European countries is subject to coming through customs. And this was quite an expensive parcel, and they did warn me, the company, you know, first of all, I was unsure whether they were prepared to send us. So many companies, it seems, have stopped importing to the UK because of all the paperwork, and you can just see what, you know, is on the top of this box. And sadly, I know 2 UK companies that I've got as friends, who own these companies. One has ceased trading because he said it's just got he's only a very small one-man business. And most of his business was in Europe. He said it's just got too complex and too complicated, and he was nearing retirement, so he's just finished his business, which is tragic, really, because he'd got such a good client base in you know, the European market as it used to be. Anyway, coming back to my own parcel, this company did warn me, and that they said what the process would be is I would buy the item, they would take the VAT off their end. So it seemed a good deal then, obviously, you know, because I bought it at X amount with the VAT off, and then they would ship it, and then it would be maybe subject to charges through our own customs. And sure enough, I was tracking the parcel. It came DHL from Germany, and then it reached UK, and it was switched over to Royal Mail Parcel Force. And, you know, you could log on and watch this going through, and I saw it had reached customs, and then it said, you know, customs charge levied. So I thought, oh, right, there's obviously going to be something to pay on this. I presume the VAT I've got to pay my end, probably. But it just shows you what a ridiculous what a ridiculous, faff this is now, just to get a small parcel like this from Germany to the UK. And first of all, the parcel was stuck in customs 2 days because somebody had applied the wrong charges, and I still can't find out whether it was too much or too little. So the parcel was stuck in a customs depot for 2 days. Eventually, the parcel was released from customs, and it went on. It came up on the online tracking, awaiting collection to depot, to the main UK Parcel Force depot, and that was fine. And I think this all took another 2 days. So we're now, we're now up to about 6 days coming from Germany, this parcel. And then it gets to, eventually it gets to Coventry Parcel Force depot, which is in obviously where our parcels come from here in Northampton. And then it said, awaiting customs payments before parcel can be cleared for delivery. So it said, click here for details. So I clicked on the details, and it said, you need a customs release number or such like. And it said, you'll find this on the letter we are sending about the charges that your parcel has incurred. So I thought, right. So I waited another 2 days. No letter dropped through the letterbox. In the end, I found a Parcel Force website where I emailed them and said, look, I'm expecting a parcel, it's at Coventry Depot, it's got something to pay on it, I realise that, I want the parcel, I've been waiting X amount of days for this, it's only come from northern Germany, can you help me? Well, that took another day, and I got a nondescript kind of reply, there again telling me that the letter had been sent out, giving the charges. In the end, I found another email address for Parcel Force that I emailed them again, and later that day I had quite a sensible reply coming back saying, we are sorry, you've had problems with this. We can actually give you the customs clearance number that you need to pay, and you can then log on to our site and pay the outstanding duty on the parcel. So I gets the number, and on this parcel there was actually £119 VAT, which is the excess duty, and then Parcel Force charged me £12 for putting it through customs and dealing with that. So altogether there was £131.80 to pay on the parcel, which was still, I'm not going to say anything, but I think to the company, it was still a little bit cheaper than if I'd have bought it with the VAT, as you used to do, and just have it sent and it would have been delivered straight from Germany. But what a kerfuffle this was. And this is all taken, now we're up to about 10 days it's taken to get this quite light, not bulky parcel from Germany to Northampton. And basically, in my view, that is all because of Brexit. And now I'm just an individual who can deal with this, who's, got all the time in the world, if you like. But if you're a business and you're having to go through this kerfuffle, you can begin to see, or I can begin to see, the problems that this has caused businesses. And I've spoken to many people, from farmers to fishermen, and at the moment in time, and hopefully this will change, but nobody has got a good word for what Brexit has done. When the likes of certain politicians, who I won't name, but when they were campaigning for leave, they told us that our food and every other bill would be 20% cheaper when we got Brexit through, well, that's an absolute farce, isn't it? I know we've had COVID, we've had the war in Ukraine, but the UK economy is one of the worst performing now. We're even worse, I believe, than Russia, who've got sanctions. And when you think, I feel desperately sorry for companies having to deal with issues like this if they're waiting for something to come from any of the EU countries and they have to go through this rigmarole. But there we go, such is life. But the joke of this matter is, to my mind, I am still waiting today, and this is 2 weeks down the line now since this was sent out to me, and all this, and so really it's nearly 4 weeks, to be honest, with how long it took the parcel to come. I have still not received a letter from Parcel Force explaining the customs duty. So I don't know what would have happened. It would have been just left in a depot in Coventry had I not emailed them and asked them for this reference number, I assume, or phone them. You could phone, there was a phone number as well. But how crazy. I said to Parcel Force, we're in the 21st century. The company that sent this had my email address, had my mobile phone number. Why on earth can't we log on to Parcel Force site and put our details in and bring this customs number up online immediately, and then you could go and pay and release the parcel for delivery. But they seem that's too complicated. They have to send a letter out via raw mail still. But that's just one of my experiences of Brexit, and perhaps if anybody knows any benefits to Brexit, well, pop them in the comments, because I'm still looking for them. But as I say, you have to back these things, and it's a democracy, and a majority in the country voted for it, so I'll support it. But as I say, I'm yet to find any benefits myself to it, and this made me understand really what companies are probably having to face by just getting a parcel from Germany, which probably I used to send quite a lot of stuff to the Netherlands a number of years ago, in the 1990s and early 2000s, and I mean 3 or 4 days I've known parcels come and I've sent them. They could have been there in 3 days, 4 at the max. But here we were talking well over 2 weeks. I think we're going to have to work and try and get, I don't know, free trade again somehow, without this ridiculous system, because it must be killing companies. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Do comment. What's your views? Have you had problems with parcels? I haven't made many videos recently. I've been so busy, and I hope to start sort of doing 1 or 2 more videos again now. But thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel or has commented. I'm sorry if I've not answered a comment yet. I am slowly working through them. As I say, I've not been on YouTube a lot recently. I've just had a little bit of a break. But thank you for all the new subscribers and the comments left. As always, please do think about subscribing. It does help us. And with that, I'll take my Brexit gripes and the parcel, and there will be a video about what's in this parcel in probably a couple of weeks' time. So if you want to come back and see what was in the parcel, please do. Until that point in time, thanks for watching, and bye for now.